everyone. Hello, 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 everyone. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite hood healer. It's your favorite hood witch. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie captain goddess lady speech in the place to be. And I want to welcome you back to this channel. Let me get you set up here. I thought I had you set up right, and I didn't. And now I have you set up right. Hello, everyone. It is good to see you. It's Sunday service now. It's 12:30 at the time of me starting this. You know I usually come at you at the 12:12, but sometimes you got to switch it up, and that's okay. We flow over here. We adapt over here. We do what we have to do over here. And no matter what, doesn't matter if I came at you at 12:12 or 12:30, I'm here for you. So welcome to the Sunday service, spiritual tea spilling session with your favorite goddess king, LadySpeech Sankofa, in the place to be. So if you are seeing this live, I appreciate the fact that you are here and you are right on time. If you are seeing this recorded, it is okay. You too are right on time to hear this good word for the week. So hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I've got a little bit of witch's brew here. So I'm going to sip a little bit of that. And you know what you need to do. Go on and put me in the corner. Go on and tuck me in the corner. Run your errands. You know what I'm saying? Put your headphones in, get your cook on, do what you need to do, okay? Because I'm just here to serenade you with little spiritual counsel and all that good stuff. So let me introduce the process to the new people, to the old people, to the OGs. I just want you to chill to my old sugar honey dumplings. Just chill for a second while I break in the new people with what's about to go on here. Also, excuse my manicure. It is a chip-in, and I will be replacing it soon, but I like to go ahead and call myself out so you don't have to. Let's get into it. So this is a reading. Your spiritual tea. I'm spilling some spiritual tea on this Sunday service session with LadySpeech. There's a couple elements involved with this session. So number one, I've got my trusty affirmation box. This box is filled with affirmations. It's filled with song quotes and lyrics and parts of poems and all that good stuff. Parts of the Bible, parts of the Quran. It's got lots of motivational things in here. Just random affirmations. So I'm going to pull out random from this box, and we're going to let the universe guide us in doing some affirmation chanting. So I'm going to say the affirmation, and I'm going to fill up my spiritual cup by speaking that good affirmation to myself, and then I'm going to invite you to speak the affirmation and fill up your cup, okay? I really believe that we spend a lot of time, due to this society teaching us, we spend a lot of time talking shit about ourselves. We utilize a lot of our words to say really messed up things about ourselves. Excuse me. And so I want to make sure that we use words when around me. I like to make sure we take some time to use some words to affirm ourselves, okay? All right. Now this is a reading, so I am going to pull out these cards. I'm not going to pull out these cards. I've already pulled out the cards. Okay. Yes, baby. Someone said, yeah, one of my sugar honey dumplings has their journal and they tea ready. I am proud of you. You came ready. You came ready. So you ain't got to get ready. You came ready. All right. All right. Now, if you got to get ready, if you didn't come ready, go on and get ready. Go on, get your journal, get your tea, get your water, get your juice, get what you need, because I got you. Now, this is a reading, so I'm going to be using these cards to divine for us today. So we're going to be using the Goddess Oracle deck. We're also going to be using the Osho Zen deck. We're also going to be using the Message from Our Animal Guides deck. And we're going to be using the Carolyn Myss deck, okay? As always, I will make sure that I have what I am using, the decks I am using, in the comments or in the description after this video posts, all right? We are also going to be utilizing the Oracle Poggz divination system as well. This divination system comes from moonpumpkinart.com, so if you are interested in this divination system, you can go to moonpumpkinart.com and pick that up there. Comes in this nice little, mine came in this nice little lovely backpack. My original set came in this backpack. I don't know how they're coming these days. But yes, this is the Oracle Poggz divination system. If you are from the 80s, if you're 80s baby, 90s kid, you will remember early 2000s, you will remember the Poggz game. So a homegirl of mine who is a really reputable magical witch herself. She makes these, and so she made this beloved 90s game into a oracle divination system. So I like to use it sometimes. It's nostalgic. It's nostalgic, but also, it is magical. It'll help you out. So we're gonna be using those today, and again, you can check that out at moonpumpkinart.com. All right. Alrighty then, and last but not least, let me introduce you to my friends. Now, at any given point in time in my life, I'm always surrounded, guarded, protected by at least 10,000 spirits, ancestors, the Orisha, and the Loa. But when I do these readings for you, I like to bring my rock friends. Let me introduce you to my rock friends. This is some raw rose quartz. This is raw, dug out the earth, not tumbled. I love it. So we've got some raw rose quartz with us today. We have also got some malachite. This is my favorite piece of malachite. Ooh, this is a little dusty. This has been sitting with my incense. So we've got some malachite. We have got some obsidian. We've got my obsidian skull, Leroy. Leroy is with us today. So this is my obsidian skull. He is with us. We have also got some clear quartz. This is one of my favorite crystals in my collection. I want to deep throat it. I like to lick it. I do lick it. I'm not going to lick it today, but I do lick it from time to time. Don't lick all your crystals because you could die. Some of these things is poisonous, like the malachite. Please don't lick that, okay? But I lick this because I can, and it's not going to poison me. And I love it so much. This is my clear crystal quartz. Love it, love it. If you're new to the crystal game, I would suggest working with clear crystal quartz. That's a good one to get started in. It's a programmable crystal, and it just takes care of a lot. It covers a lot of boundaries and bases. Okay, all right. We also got my black amethyst piece in the place to be, not to be confused with regular amethyst, chevron amethyst, and pink amethyst. Hello, black is beautiful. Black amethyst is what we got. Great stone for healers. If you are a healer, great stone for you. And we also have some more crystal quartz. This is a cluster, so we've got a little bit of cloudy quartz and some crystal clear quartz. Love it. So those are the rock friends. You've been introduced to the cards and all that good stuff. Now, let me take a little bit of a sip of my witch's brew, and we're going to get started in this piece. May the ancestors guide us. May the spirits protect us. And may we be guided and uplifted in this here reading. Let's go. We are going to begin with the Goddess Oracle deck. First and foremost, coming out, batting a clean, heavy bat is Ishel. Can you tell I'm using like sports terminology and I don't watch sports? I don't know why I use that. I just did. But we're going to run with it. Batting heavy and hard. Coming out, we have Ishel. And this is all about creativity in this space, okay? So you need to really fall into creativity. Let me remind you that jazz, blues, rock and roll, and hip-hop have come from the soul and the creation of Black people. And those genres of music were born at some of the most tumultuous times in our history in America, okay? The origins of jazz, the origins of, and the roots of hip-hop, the roots of rock and roll, the roots of country actually as well came from us, okay? And this came from spaces when we did not have access to therapy, but we needed to heal. We needed to heal. We needed to heal. Everyone is an artist. Now, some of us are going to share our art with the world. Some of us are going to sell our art and make money off of our art. Some of us are going to give it to people. Some of us are going to only affect a small amount of people. And some of us are going to create art exclusively for us and only us and for our healing. Ishel reminds us that we all have access to art. We are all artists at some level. So create, so paint the pain out, dance the trauma out, okay? Express the happiness in the poems, okay? Ishel reminds us that it is important for us to engage. It is important for us to engage with our art because art saves lives. Repeat after me. Art saves lives. Say it. Art saves lives. Say it. Art saves lives because it does. I am originally a poet and I take this very seriously. I already came into this year knowing that Spirit told me to create, to write my ass off because it's what I do to get back to burlesquing, to get back to performance art, to get back to acting. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I opened up this year and I had an acting gig, a monologue. I revisited a role I got to play last year. So art saves lives. Give into your art. Create, dance, memorize a monologue and perform it for yourself, perform it for your people. Art is in food. Art is in the innocuous. It is in the direct things. It is in the indirect things. So get into your art. Use it as a space to put the pain, to put the craziness, to put the confusion, to put whatever it is that needs to be put into there, or utilize or give into art for the meditation of creating beautiful things. Art and the creation of art is a meditation. So sometimes we go to art not to give ourselves over or to express our pain or our inner what we're going through. Sometimes we give ourselves over to art because art is a meditation within itself. Okay, so give yourself over to art. Creativity is the thing to do. Is the thing to do. Is the thing to do. Next up, we have New Qua. New Qua, baby, New Qua. The goddess New Qua, it brings to us the lesson of order. So order, order, order. This world functions on order. This world functions on order. From sunrise to sunset, that's order. The changing of the seasons, that is order. Okay, so order is what makes the tide come. Order is what governs the moon. Okay, order at its core, chaos has a spine of order in it. Okay, so New Qua reminds us about how important order is in our lives. Do you have a morning routine? Do you have an evening routine? Do you have a routine when it comes to worshiping and meditating and attending to your spiritual practice? Do you have a self-care routine? Do you have order in your life? Okay, and some of us are being called to reorder our order, or to revisit the order that we have in our life, or to create order where there was no order. Okay, many times the chaos in our life is there because there's nothing to anchor us. Okay, order anchors us. All right, now I am a free spirit. Ooh, I'm a free spirit, and I love flying by the seat of my pants, listening to the ancestors. Being able to pivot on a dime is a skill that I possess. Also, the older I get, I know that I do better and I attain much more freedom in my life when I have some stability. And that stability is based on my needs, my wants, and my desires. But that stability helps me to fly even freer. A morning routine, an evening routine, those help to ground me. Okay, I have order when it comes to my worship. Magic Sundays are my thing. I do not work for other people on Sundays except for this. These readings are accessible and acceptable because the Spirit, they help me as well as you. So I'm counseling myself. I'm channeling for myself and you. But on Sundays, I attend to my giving my offerings to my Loa, to my Orisha, to my and my deities. So, order. Do you need to get yourself together in regards to order? Everything requires order. We are our best when we have some order, okay? So that is that message. We're going to move on. Somebody in the comments said, well, number one, let me acknowledge that I really love the fact that when y'all come into the room, y'all greet each other. Y'all say hello, hello, everybody. I really love the fact that y'all engage with each other as well. So thank you so much, because y'all come to watch me, but also I really hope that I create safe spaces for community to be built. All right. Secondly, a couple of house cleaning things. Someone said if I can remind you of my Twitter, so I will do that. My Twitter is LadySpeech. If you are on Facebook, I know how archaic, but if you are on Facebook, my artist page on Facebook is LadySpeech. My Twitter is a lot of my personal thoughts just coming off the cuff, or sometimes they take some of the things that I say on Facebook and put them on Twitter because I know people follow me there in the same spaces. But my Twitter is where I I get down personally. Yeah, and then my Facebook, I share a lot of articles, a lot of Black excellence, a lot of Indigenous excellence on my LadySpeech page, and that's also a page where I do a lot of education as well. So, you know, and I share a lot of other people's works and thoughts and things on that, on fat phobia, and on just different things as well as a lot of positive images of Black people, and articles and things that can help you be a better person and an ally, especially to the LGBTQI community and the Black community. All right, so there is that. Also, my Cash App is LadySpeech, my Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa, and the PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. So if you benefit from this content of mine, if you benefit from this labor, if you benefit from these readings, if you benefit from the things that I produce for you, that I labor for you, feel free to show your financial appreciation. Again, Cash App LadySpeech, Venmo LadySpeech Sankofa, and the PayPal LadySpeech Sankofa@gmail.com. Now, let's get into some affirmations, okay? Let's get into some affirmations. Someone said, have you announced or shared your website yet? No, I have not announced my website yet. I'm running a bit behind for that, but thank you for checking for me and on me. That is coming super soon. So, and that will be ladyspeech.com. If you go to that right now, the domain name is secured. It is just, it'll say under construction. But I've got a few finishing touches to put on that, and then we're going to be giving that to the people soon. Okay. All right, you guys. Oh, yes. And I will be on OnlyFans as well. You can expect burlesque performances. You can expect toy reviews on there. No, you're not going to see my bare booty. You're not going to see my bare booty on there. Well, actually, you're going to see my thong behind on there because I'm excited to get back to burlesque. I have all these ideas for these new things and new performances. So, and I want to resurrect some old performances. So, yeah, and I'm really excited to play with the digital aspect of my burlesque, like really incorporating. I want to learn to incorporate like live digital manipulations and things of that nature. So I'm super inspired and ignited. So yeah, the OnlyFans as well. That's coming as well. So burlesque, and I'm going to read erotica to you because I love literary smut. Raise your hand if you like literary smut. I love literary smut. Jesus, this reading took a turn. But I'm a full person. I contain multitudes. I love literary smut. So that's my preferred porn. So I'm going to be reading nasty things to y'all. So y'all, that's what you can look forward to on my OnlyFans. Oh, if you like a nasty things. But I'm going to stimulate your mind with the smutness that I like, okay? It's going to be a lot of things. It's going to be paranormal smut, paranormal, you know, werewolves and things, and just, ooh, it's erotica, just straight up. The good, the bad, the ugly. And I'm going to be reading fan fiction. There's someone who gave me that idea. They were like, if we send you things, will you read them? I was like, if they're nasty, yeah. Good, bad, or ugly. It can't be super bad, though. But I'm still, sometimes there's something about bad things. You know, so I like to watch bad movies. Let me get back to this reading. We're going to do, you just stay tuned. Everything is LadySpeech. Stay tuned. It's all coming soon. Now back to the holy things. Well, that's holy too. But let's get back to the spiritual council. So let's do this affirmation. This affirmation says, I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. Repeat after me. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. So that is a reminder to enjoy the little things. Yes, there's a lot of the big things that we can't do anymore due to the way that the pandemic has changed the fabric of our life. But we can still like take joys in little things. And really that's one of the lessons that the pandemic came to teach me is that, yeah, like little things. I like the big things, but your little everyday victories, your little everyday presents, your little everyday gifts are where it's at as well. So let's do this affirmation as well. Repeat after me. I think positively and expect the best. 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 Okay, let's get back into this reading. 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 Well, we never left. Even the sexual stuff. Somebody needed to hear that. Somebody needed to know that it is okay to be spiritual and sexual, baby. Okay? Never forget, I am your motivational dominatrix, and I mean that for real. I will beat you. I will humiliate you. I will wrap you in plastic. I will engage in fetish with you. I will tell you what you need, okay? I'm a dominatrix for real, all right? And it's okay, and I'm also a priestess, darling. And those things don't cancel each other out, okay? They don't. They don't. Mwah. So, yeah, let's go back to this reading. Let's get back to the cards, I should say. We have the beggar. Let's move on to the Carolyn Myss deck. And the Carolyn Myss deck says, the light attributes are confronts empowerment at a level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. And then the shadow attributes is dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. So first and foremost, let's go to the shadow attributes. You have to make your dreams come true, okay? And you have to participate in this. If you're going to be doing manifestation work, if you're trying to make your dreams come true, yes, it is definitely about luck. It is definitely about letting the community help you, but you have to participate in making those dreams come true. You have to be walking on the path. If you want the path to come to you, you also got to be walking on the path. So this is about making sure that you're doing that you're trying your best when it comes to your goals, your dreams, your healing. And it is okay to accept help. It is okay to ask for help. It is okay to depend on people. It is okay to lean on people. That's called community. Okay, that's a human experience. But also make sure that you are not just sitting on your ass, not applying yourself. The light attribute is about confronting empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So some of you, this is about allowing your compassion to be awakened in this point in time, but also your self-esteem to be awakened at this time. There's a lot of people who come to me and they ask me about self-esteem issues, like how can I maintain self-esteem? And I always say healing and self-esteem are the same thing. Both of those things are journeys, not destinations, okay? You're going to always be walking on those paths. There's always something to learn. There's always something to do to uplift yourself. There's always something to work on to make sure that your self-esteem is where it needs to be. Some of y'all need to put in some work around your self-esteem. Having high self-esteem, well-balanced self-esteem, you have to have a campaign around it. Part of that is figuring out what negatively affects your self-esteem, Xing as much of that out of your life, and also providing yourself with things that encourage you, from people to places to things, the entertainment, everything that you consume, it needs to be uplifting you and pouring into you, okay? And also some of you, some of you guys have a calling that needs to be answered, and some of you aren't answering it because you don't think you have the resources, or I don't have what I need. You have everything you need at this step to get to the next step. So what you really need to do is commit to the path, commit to your purpose, and walk forward in that and on that, all right? And you will have what you need as you need it when you need to get to those next steps, okay? So we're going to have the King. The King card is about enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. I feel really called out by the universe right now. Not only do you get these readings, I'm also getting called out in these readings. The shadow attribute is excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. Listen, I call myself King Speech, the goddess king, because that's what I am. And leadership is what I do, and I do it well. Am I perfect at it? No, but I'm damn good at what I do. And I'm always working on being a better leader. And there's ways in which I played small, that I was intentionally playing small last year in this pandemic, and the events in my life that happened put me on my ass and showed me that it's time for me to step forward. And I have been the leader. I have developed myself into the leader that I've always been searching outside of myself for. So you might need that message as well. The message is also, we all need to be leaders here. I'm glad that Biden and Harris made it into office, but if you think one white man and one black Desi woman is going to save us, you got that coming. Did I say black man, white man? No person in that position is ever going to be enough to fix our society or fix it. You are the leader that your community is waiting for. You are the leader your ancestors are waiting for. You are the leader you have been waiting for. You are the leader we have all been waiting for. I'm definitely the goddess king, and my leadership is expansive, and it is going to go where it goes. But some of us are leaders just in our community. Some of us are leaders in our family. Some of us are leaders of our lineage. All of us are fucking leaders. Do you hear me? So it's time to get up. It's time to lead in the way that you're supposed to lead. I got the goosebumps because the spirit is talking to me. The spirit is talking to you. The spirit is talking to us. Quit doubting yourself in this bitch. Do you hear me? Quit acting like you ain't the shit. Quit acting like you don't have what you need to move forward. And let me tell you something. As long as you are working on your healing, even your deficiencies can be used for your highest good. Let me break down to you and remind you that Mother Harriet Tubman, who never lost a slave, who never lost an enslaved person, okay, who got everybody she set out to free to freedom, she had narcolepsy. Do you understand how fucking crazy that must be? What is narcolepsy? Narcolepsy is when your ass is always tired and you fall asleep whenever you fall asleep, and it's very hard to wake your ass up. She's actually running for her freedom and freeing other people, and she was a narcoleptic. Hello. Her deficiency was used by God, by Creator, by Spirit to help her free her people. When you are focused on your path and your purpose, even your fucked up shit can be used for your highest good. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Every part of you can be used when you're walking your path and when you're pursuing your healing. So it's time. It's time for you to be the king of your path, your life. It's time for you to step the fuck up. The world needs you. What the world needs now is for you to step up. You're the leader of your life. Love over fear, bitches. Love over fear. Love over fear, bitches. Love over fear. The Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. Someone hit me up with the 2121 in the Cash App. Thank you. Someone hit me up with the $20 in the Venmo. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, let's keep this party going. We have got some affirmations. If you are trans, then I want you to repeat after me. If you do not identify as trans, I want you to hold space while trans people speak this affirmation to themselves. One of the beautiful things about affirmations is you need to be a person who sings it to yourselves and says it to yourselves. You guys, really... I'm just seeing these comments about you guys loving the fact that I sing to you. And I'm grateful for that because, you know, my life is a fucking musical. And so I know I really can't sing, but I do sing from my heart. And I enjoy it and I can't help it. So it's not going to stop. 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 I'm really going to put out a couple things this year, but I'm definitely going to put out an album. A serious, like, spoken word album. But I've definitely got some, like, random nonsensical songs that I'm just going to book and sing to y'all. So get ready. Your fault, enabling me, encouraging me. Thanks for letting me go for my dreams. Appreciate you. All right, so back to these affirmations. If you're not trans, then you just need to hold space as trans people affirm themselves. Great thing about affirmations is we need to affirm ourselves, but we also need to be people that other people can affirm themselves around, okay? So if you are trans, repeat after me. If you are not trans, then you can say this. If you are not trans, then you should say trans bodies are beautiful. If you are trans, repeat after me. My trans body is beautiful. 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 All right, let's do another affirmation. Okay, I guess that'll be the next affirmation. That one just really hopped out of the box. This one says, I happily give and receive love each day. 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 Let me take a little sip of my witch's brew. And let's get back to this reading. These cards right here. We have the tortoise. You're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. Ground yourself, child, okay? Ground yourself. What you need to do to get grounded, okay? Do you need to get to your morning routine in this motherfucker? All right, so get to your morning routine. Do what you got to do to get grounded, okay? Let me tell you some things that ground me. My morning routine, having an evening routine, eating, drinking my water, masturbation. Good Lord, I have been giving myself an orgasm a day, and God, I probably missed one day this month so far outside of my moon, and good Lord, that has just helped so much to get me through the spiritual energy. Yes, baby, I've been denying my sex life. Suffered because of the Coco Roro, and I am reclaiming that this year. Okay? Woo, it's been lovely. Whatever you need to ground yourself, do it. More meditation, do it. You need to exercise, do it. But you need to do the things that help to ground you. And you also need to pull your energy back. This card is about pulling your energy back and pulling it together, okay? Pull your energy back and pull it together. A lot of times we leave parts of ourselves in major experiences, or we leave parts of our energy in memories, or we leave parts of ourselves in actual buildings, parts of our energy. So this is about calling our energy back to us and making sure that we are not fragmented, and doing the daily practices and the weekly and monthly and yearly practices that ground us, okay? That really, really ground us in what we need. We have the polar bear that is all about stand up for yourself, speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to the outcome. So I call the polar bear one of the medicine cards in this deck, because like truth is like medicine. Not all of it tastes good, and not all medicine tastes good, but all medicine is good for something. All truth is good for something. So this is about being respectful. This is about being compassionate, but speaking in and standing in your truth and not being attached to the outcome. I say a lot of truthful things that rub a lot of people the wrong way, but growth only happens from uncomfortability. So there's times that I speak real candidly about white privilege, about white supremacy, and that's going to rub white people the wrong way sometimes. But uncomfortability is where we grow. I say very real things about masculine people, masculine of center people, and when it comes to patriarchy and toxic masculinity, and those things are the things that are needed to be said to grow. I come from a place of love always. I come from a place of wanting to heal and grow. It's never from a place of maliciousness, and it's never from a place of wanting to cut people down. But truth is where we need to stand if we're going to heal, okay? Truth is where we need to stand if we're going to truly heal. So stand up for yourself. Speak your truth. Speak the truth. Speak truth to light. Be respectful and be compassionate, but do not be attached to the outcome. There's times when I have to speak a truth and I know it's going to blow the room up, and it's going to have to blow the room up. But if the truth is the truth, the truth is the truth, and the truth will set you free. But sometimes, but a lot of times, it's going to piss you off. Yeah, baby. Getting through this reading. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Thank you for all of you who have put some money, showing your appreciation in the Cash Apps and the Venmo sphere. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, this affirmation says, I'm willing to get on with my life. Ooh, this is for someone specifically. I don't know who it is, but go on. This is for all of us. I'm willing to move on with my life. Repeat after me. I'm willing to move on with my life. Have you had a heartbreak? I'm willing to move on with my life. Did you lose your job? I'm willing to move on with my life. Did you lose a relationship? I'm willing to move on with my life. Sometimes you just got to repeat that to yourself. I'm willing to move on. I'm willing to move on with my life. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. All right. This affirmation is for the non-binary folks. So if you identify as non-binary, this affirmation is for you. Again, if you do not identify as non-binary, you can say the affirmation. Non-binary bodies are beautiful. If you are non-binary, your affirmation is, my non-binary body is beautiful. 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 I know someone's going to ask me, because y'all do. Some of you new people be like, well, what do you identify as? I identify, as far as my gender goes, my pronouns are she, her, they, king. And I identify as gender fluid, okay? So I have cisgendered, y'all, this is none of your business, but I'm sharing it with you because I do have privilege. I have cisgendered passing privilege, so I am perceived as a woman because I have natural tits, and also I have a vagina. I was born That's the gender I was assigned at birth because I had a vagina and ovaries and things. And so I like to position myself in that privilege and utilize that privilege because there are things that I don't go through because of this privilege. So it is my duty to utilize that privilege and stand in the gaps and do the work and do a lot of the education work and like be a buffer. So this is none of your business, but I do like to share it because I am a public figure and I do have that privilege. So yeah, I identify, if you call me a girl, a queen, a sister, I do identify as that. I'm very much identify as a woman. I also identify as a man. I also identify as 100% a man and masculine. The divine masculine courses through my blood and my veins. And I'm also a lot of the other genders, darling. I am an African woman, an African American displaced in America. But I'm very much connected to my ancestors and our definitions. And even if I don't have all of my ancestral definitions around these things, what I know from the teachings directly from my ancestors and also in my research is that the places that I come from, we had more than one definition of gender. We recognized that there was many different expressions of gender, and I express and feel so many of those. So I am all the things. I am all the things. There are days when I wake up and I am every single one of the genders. There are days when I wake up and I'm two or three of the genders. There's days when I wake up when I'm one of the genders. There's times where it flips within the hour, but the fluidity in me is the base of everything. So I'm gender fluid and I'm pansexual. Let's get back into these cards because we're always in the reading on Sunday service. Let's get back. Actually, let's do the Oracle Poggz. So we have the Vampire Poggz. This came from the Halloween edition. This wasn't was this last year? No, this was the year before. So this was the Halloween edition from the Oracle Poggz. I love the Oracle Poggz because she comes up and she updates them. Again, if you want to get these, moonpumpkinart.com. So this is the Vampire Poggz. And the Vampire Poggz is all about watching that vampiric energy around you. Just say no to energy vampires. We've been spending a lot of time connecting digitally, and a lot of you think that you've been saved from energy vampires because you've been on your own and you've been in your house and you've been like isolated and you haven't been fucking with nobody. But vampires are everywhere and they siphon off your energy. So just say no to energy vampires. You need to be doing your regularly cord cutting. You need to be doing your cord cutting at least once a month, every 6 months, at least once a year in this bitch. But at least if you can do it every 6 months, every couple months, every when you remember, once a week, I don't care, but doing a regular cord cutting so that you can cut the jacked up energy off of you. Many of you are feeling tired. Many of you are feeling like I don't have the energy to go on, or because someone is feeding off of you. Also, just say no to energy vampires in your house. If you are living with someone who's an energy vampire and you can't get away from them, you need to be up on your protection magic. So you need to be on that anyway, but you need to be up on your protection magic to get them away. Okay, I have my weekly protection. Pandemic taught me that I was slipping. I would do my regular work around protection and things, and that's part of my specialty. And also, my spiritual team is full of warriors who will just beat that ass. I've got really beautiful, soft deities around me, but also the people who follow me are the nastiest. I have the nicest and the nastiest, literally. I am that on that Libra energy, the nicest and the most fertile, and also the gods of destruction love me. The goddesses of fertility, I am their child. And the god of I'll fuck your ass up, I am their child. So I can be lax. I was lax. Because I ain't lax no more. But this pandemic came, I don't mess around. Weekly, I'm up on my protection rituals, my baths, the things that I need to do. Get your cord cutting on. I don't play, especially because I am a public person and I recognize that I do feed people. Okay, I do, and my part of my job is I utilize these, platforms to feed people, and I'm getting ready to feed y'all on Patreon. The Patreon is LadySpeech, Sankofa. I'm going to be active on that in the next couple weeks. We're going to start that officially. That starts in February. So via Patreon, my website, I'm going to be even more available to you guys. But that also means that there's a lot of people who come and they feed off of me in not good ways. So energetic vampires, you need to always be aware of that. Stop following people on the internet that drain you, that drain your energy. Quit doing that. Don't listen to music that drains you. Don't partake in things, don't watch things that drain you. Don't read things that drain you. Watch that energetic vampirism in your life and protect your neck at all costs. Okay? All right. Let's do some more affirmations. This affirmation says, that was only one oracle Poggz that I pulled. This affirmation says, I remain in balance with my emotions. Repeat after me. I remain in balance with my emotions. 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 Someone said, can I share? Yeah, the Oracle Poggz, you can get that from moonpumpkinart.com. And if I'm messing up the website, go to last week's video. I shouted them out there and someone put in the comments as well. And I will put it correctly in the description, no matter what, when this video is posted. So this next affirmation says, I respect my accomplishments and celebrate my success. Repeat after me. I respect my accomplishments and I celebrate my success. I respect my accomplishments and I celebrate my success. I respect my accomplishments and I celebrate my success. I respect my accomplishments and I celebrate my success. It's so important to toot, toot, beep, beep your own horn in this piece. Toot, toot. Beep, beep, ooh, toot, toot, beep, beep, ooh, toot, toot, beep, beep, ooh. When's the last time you tooted your own horn? When's the last time you stood in front of the mirror and was like, you are the shit. Thank you for surviving all you have survived. Did you thank yourself for surviving 2020? Did you thank yourself for surviving all the BS you've gone through? You better go and do that. Toot, toot, beep, beep. You gotta toot, toot, beep, beep your own horn. And I don't just went off. It must be a 101. It must be 11:11. It must be 11:11. It must be 11:11. My manifestation alarm just went off. So I like to, at a certain time every day, focus on my abundance and my wealth. All right. Are you ready for the last two cards in this reading? I know you are. These are juicy. These are what we've worked up to. Every card has been juicy. Every card has given something to you. But these are also going to give you something too. So first off, we have the Fool. The Fool. Sometimes you gotta go on the road less traveled. The Fool card is all about newness. In this case, the message is get ready to start over and get ready to start anew. Get ready to start over and get ready to start anew in this piece, okay? Get ready to start over and get ready to start anew, all right? Sometimes you got to go on the road less traveled. Sometimes you come to a fork in the road and you don't go down this path. You don't go on this path. You pull out your machete and you go straight and you make your path. The Fool card here is all about moving forward in your greatness, in your magic. It is about just jumping. It is about going after your dreams. Let me tell you something. When the beginning of this pandemic started, all of the readings, like the first 8 readings that I did, collective readings that I did, all of it was like everything changes, everything dies. Who we used to be, nothing is the same anymore. We must shift as a society, as a people, as individuals. We must shift, okay? So this is what this is. The Fool is about it's time. It's time to go for your dreams, your goals, your desires. It's time to give up. Don't try to be anything you were trying to be before that. It's time to rebirth. It's time to come into the new. And it's time to trust that you will be taken care of, okay? It's time to trust that you can get through any dangerous situation through your intelligence, with your instinct, trusting your instinct and trusting your guide, your spirit guide, your animal guides, your spirit animal guides, your deities that follow you, and most importantly, in first line of defense, your ancestors. Your ancestors need, want, and desire you to be great. So you listen to your guides, you listen to your heart. It is this intersection. You must listen to the intersection. The intersection of your heart, the intersection of your guides, the intersection of your ancestors, the intersection of your passion, the intersections of your instinct, the intersections of your calling. Listening to that and move forward in accordance with that, okay? And the last part of the reading, you want to do that because that is the way to self-mastery. That is the way to self-mastery, and that should be all of our purposes and paths on this planet. Your purpose and your path is to master who you are. That's it. It is to master this body, this spirit, these gifts. It is to master this dysfunction, this mental health, this crazy. It is to master yourself and express that mastery. That is what it is. The master is not a master. The king is not the king. The queen is not the queen. The emperor is not the emperor because they rule over other people. No, 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 no. They are this because they rule over themselves. And the master always is pursuing their mastery by being a forever student. And the master most often times is never the one to name themselves master. Their character, their integrity, who they are, their behavior gets them named master by others. Your job is to master yourself. It's to master your gifts. It's to master your hobbies. It's to master this body. It's to master your calling, your path, your purpose. It's to master your passions and express that to the world. Because that is a gift. You and your fullness is a gift. You on your journey to mastery is a gift. And also, make no mistake, I'm not saying you wait until you master these things before you share. No, you share it all. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The mediocre to the great. Because the name of the game is growth. The name of the game is growth. So I feel like I got called out and fed in this reading. I feel like I got my spiritual counts for this week. I know how I need to proceed. So I hope this is something that has benefited all of you. Again, the Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. I'm going to do a couple of affirmations and I'm going to let you go. I want to remind you that I've threatened it for a while, but now it's time. These Sunday service sessions are named because I really am going to start a church. And it ain't going to be your mama's church. And it also ain't going to be a Christian church. So y'all stay tuned for that. This affirmation says, I release the need to judge myself and my body. Repeat after me. I release the need to judge myself and my body. I release the need to judge myself and my body. I release the need to judge myself and my body. I release the need to judge myself and my body. Let's do this other affirmation. This is if you have melanin. If you do not possess melanin, it's okay. Just hold space for those of us who do have melanin. This affirmation says, my melanin is a gift from my ancestors. 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 My melanin is a gift from my ancestors, because it is. All right, you guys. The Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeech Sankofa@gmail.com. Thank you so much for attending to Sunday service. My Twitter is LadySpeech. The Facebook artist page is LadySpeech Sankofa. I do have a personal page that I'm followed on a lot there, but as well. But yeah, if you happen to find it, you happen to find it. But don't. I mean, you can try to request me as friends, but I'm at the $5,000 limit. Someone said auditions for the choir. You know, there will be a choir component. There will be a musical component. But again, this is just different. It ain't going to be your regular It ain't. It's gonna be a ritual church. It's gonna be ceremony church, healing church. I'm gonna bring it to you. So we're gonna do that real soon. Just in case no one has told you today, you are valuable. Thank you so much for surviving everything that you've survived. Thank you for getting through. Thank you for surviving 2020 and the craziness that was. And thank you for being willing to step up and step into what is becoming. Thank you for being a part of the solution. And thank you for supporting me. Thank you for your love. I appreciate you deeply. I appreciate you deeply. For those of you who put some money in the Cash App, thank you. For those of you who show up with the $1.11, thank you. For those of you who show up with all the things, like, you know, people do hit me with the 222. People, they're random. Every once in a while, I get a random $100. I get a random $50. So I appreciate all that. I appreciate y'all. So thank you again for just supporting. And I look forward to continuing to serve my community, which you all are part of my community. So, love and light. I also want to be accountable real quick. I did say in January's videos that I'm going to do a video that addresses this, that I was going to be posting a lot more. I did not make my posting goal this week. I'm going to be completely honest. I was having a very kind of an existential crisis with my posting. I have a lot of footage. I'm going to go ahead and delete that footage because I don't like it, but I'm going to start fresh. But everything I recorded, I just wasn't feeling, and I wasn't feeling where I was going. And I was having a little bit of an issue with where I'm going with my channel. So that's been worked out, you know, ain't nothing but a prayer session, a blunt, and some conversation that won't heal, that'll heal the world. So I'm clear about what I want to do. I am going to like switch it up a bit, you know. I'm going to continue. A lot of like, I do want to make space on my channel to address a lot of issues that mean a lot to me, and those issues might be a little controversial, and so I kind of just had to make peace with that. This channel is still going to be, you know, very family friendly. It's going to be me, but we are going to get serious on some other topics, you know, so I'm excited for that. And I also just had to make peace with that because I know that may or may not is going to affect the growth of my channel, but I'm still going to do what I'm going to do and just follow spirit in all things and just have faith that anytime I follow spirit, I never go wrong. So I do want to be accountable for that. I will be back to posting for the rest of the month, like I said, so that you can expect for the next 2 weeks of January, 2 to 3 videos a week from me. And then, like I said, we'll take it month to month. Every month I'll update you on how I'm going to get down in regards to posting on this channel. So again, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. And no matter what Sunday service, you can depend on that. You can depend on that. So I love y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day. I love you so much. Thank you for all you do for me. Thank you for all you do for me. Oh, you said your melanin is the gift from your ancestors to your sanity. Giggled and glowed. Yes. Yes. Oh. That warms my heart. I love you guys. I hope this was good for your day. Have the best day today. Share this with who you need on whatever channels you want to share it on. And I'll talk to you soon. Mwah! Peace.